Hello YouTube fans, here again. I've not done this one and I've also, right Venture, I also remember they did a reboot of this. I've sort of seen the remake and to be all fair said and done, I do like Taki Tan. But in all fair said and done, I like Taki Tan in his heyday, Peace Story, Peace Story 2, Armour of God, Drunken Master, so I go on. But this one I do like, the original, the classic. Why not? I said I was going to do it, and I'm a man of my word. The Karate Kid. That's right, the Karate Kid. Now I do admit this cover looks like shit. If I ever manage to find an original VHS cover, I'd be happy to show it you, because this here just looks like a guy who wants to learn the fucking dance. Look, it is. This is an old guy teaching a young lad how to do dancing lessons, and he's trying to attack birds. That's what it looks like. The original art cover to the Karate Kid, the original one from 1984 videotape, was a lot better. Why the hell did they alter the original art cover, I'll say it again, to this, which I think is generic? But the film, on the other hand, is not generic. I love the Karate Kid. I love Chan Sun's girlfriend, played by the beautiful, if I can get her name eventually, River Sue. That's her name. Let me find what her fucking name was. What was her name now? Um, yeah, I think her name could have been River Sue. I was getting stuck with her name, but I do actually love. I love her. She was beautiful. She was a good-looking girl that era. There's been a lot of things. The Adventures of Paper City and so on. But in this, River Sue was just beautiful. It was just a time of the same. She never appeared in any of the others. But in all fair said and done, I do actually like the second Karate Kid film. But again, all said and done, I felt this was just good as a standalone film. None of the sequels, except for the third one, which I think is a piece of shit. But the original, in my eyes, it's a good one. Who doesn't know the Karate Kid? Starts off with a new lad and his mum. I've got the idea maybe his dad might have died, or that his mum is split up with the dad. It never mentions the dad. But again, as I was about to say, it starts off with a young lad named Tanado who moves to a new town with his mum, meets people on the way, become his friends. It's a typical young lad. And long but on the way, he's on a beach and he meets a beautiful girl, again played by River Sue. Well known actress, you can see her there. There she is, very pretty. And he gets buddies on the way because the girl who he meets is only her ex-boyfriend, is only a buddy who's learned karate. And because Tanil doesn't know anything about karate, he gets the shit kicked out of him. I don't really laugh because we've all been there. Some of us have either been bullies or we've been bullied on, or we know how to stand up for ourselves. But if you don't know how to stand up for yourself, let's say the lad being the bully knows how to do karate, he's going to kick your ass. And he does. He gets battered a lot by the Stu bully. He meets a little old Chinaman who, he works making these pants. And there he is, Mr. Sussy. And it's like funny because, he's getting picked on, he's getting battered, and Mr. Sussy batters the ones who are battering him. And he asks his Daniel, he asks him, well, can you teach me karate? Because he obviously knows it, the way he kicked the shit out of these lads. And it's quite funny, everyone remembers it. He gets him to clean up and tidy up and mop, and he says that line, wax on, wax off, wax on, wax off. To the point that even Tannehill thinks, is he teaching me karate or is he teaching me to be a slave? So Tannehill gets peed off. He says, well, we're supposed to teach me karate, and all you've done is have me paint the bloody wall. So I love to see him. He goes, yeah, 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 and he's blocking it, and he's blocking the moves, and he gets it, and I get it. When he's doing the rats on, rats off, he's getting him to paint a wall and Ross this and Gene that. What he's really doing is he's teaching Tannehill, he's teaching him karate, teaching him karate. How to block moves, how to block the fist, all the simple stuff. And then it gets to the complicated stuff, And he's teaching him that. He's teaching him that. And I loved that all the way through the film. He calls him Tannehill's son. No, 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 no. No Tannehill's son. No, not like that. What's on, what's off. And I love it. And I love Mata River Sue. She's a beautiful girl in that era. Still is a very attractive woman. And she's right there. She's his girlfriend. I do also like some of the songs. You know, you've got one by Bananarama, you know, well-known pop band of the 80s. You know, Cool Summer, which I know they didn't sing the song to Karate Kid. It was a film that's in the early 80s, but because it was such a cool song, they used the song Cool Summer. You know, it's a too cool summer on your way. I'm not going to do the rest because I'll fucking butcher it. But I love it. And what he does, he confronts the lads who are picking on him. And when you think about it, they've got a gym teacher, who teaches karate. Well-known actor, he's been in a few films. You know, he was in the Last House on the Left, and he was in First Blood Part 2, the Rambo film, you know, where Rambo kicks him in the nuts nearly at the end of the film. Been in a lot of things. He was also well known for starring in Tadney and Lacey, if you remember a cop show. And basically he's a bully, basically. He's teaching the lads, yeah, he's teaching them karate, but he's teaching them the wrong way. He's not teaching them the way it should be. He's saying, yeah, we'll take advantage, you could be a stew bully. If you don't like someone, just do karate and batter them. And that's not how you do karate, same as any other martial arts. So he says to him, being Mr. Shuster, he says, right, tell your lads to leave Tanu alone, stop picking on him, stop bullying him, and we'll have an event. We'll have the event in the place where they do the martial arts, and if he wins, your lads will leave him alone. So the dad says, yeah, okay, because he thinks at first Tanu's going to be a wimp, and he's going to have the shit kicked out of him. And I love the scene here, you know, they've got the scene here where they're fighting, and he has the fighting competition. And I also love the song, Best of the Best. You're the best, you're best, nothing's going to break you down. I love it. And there was a song that was used in the end tickets to the Karate Kid, which they originally had a music video. Why the hell is the music video not on this? Because I love the song to it at the end and all. I love it. But as we know, Karate Kid, he fights the one who's the bully. By accident, he gets his leg broke. I think he not breaks his leg, I think he sprains his leg, which the bad karate teacher told him to do that. Even the bully didn't achieve with that. He says, break the leg, break it. But you think that Tanu's son is going to be fucked, you think he's going to be fucked fighting, but Mr. Shooter, as you get the film, teaches him how to fix his leg, and you think he's fucked, he's pretending to limp, uses the leg what he's limping on, kicks the bully, wins the fight, and I love it. The audience are cheering, and you know what? I'm bloody cheering with the audience because it's a good film. Everyone remembers the Karate Kid back in 1984. It's a classic. I didn't think it needed sequels. It was good as a standalone film. But saying that, I also got another one I like, that being Karate Kid 2. Another damn good worthy sequel. In my eyes, even though I felt Karate Kid was good as a standalone film, I still like the second one. The only one I don't like is Karate Kid 3, which in my eyes is nothing more, nothing less than a remake of this. But this, on the other hand, I love this. It's a good story. It's got a good art on it. Its art's on its sleeve. You know what I mean? I like Witherspoon, who plays Daniel's dear friend. They even look like a couple in the film. I like the idea he does martial arts. I like the songs. I like the music. This was a martial art film, but more for the younger audience. And I don't detest it's been a martial art film. You know what I mean? It was a coming-of-age film. It was about a young lad. He dealt with his demons, that meaning the Stu Boris. We've been there when we were kids. Some of us have been Boris, or we've been bullied on. Or we could stand up for ourselves, but not as some fucking bully knows how to do karate. But he does that. I like the story. He tackles the Boris, he learns martial arts, kicks the bully's ass at the end, has a down peas ending, a satisfying ending, and you cheer for Tannehill. Tannehill is good. And it's professing to do this than what I normally do, which is, you know, it's normally other films. This, on the other hand, I've no fault to I'll get the word right offence here. I have no fault I meant to say was the Karate Kid. I think the Karate Kid, I could put it on now. I love it. It's a classic. I loved it when I was a kid. Still love the Karate Kid now. Shot in 1984. Damn good film. Love it. Love it today. That's the Karate Kid. And then I might do the sequel. Maybe to the third one, but leave me, it'd be a rant. Into then, I'll see you soon.